everyone, today I'm here to film a Q&A. I've not filmed one of these in quite some time, so I thought it was time to do it. And I went on Instagram and asked you guys to ask me questions, and I got like 50 questions. So I probably won't get to all those today, but I'll get to as much as I can. So without further ado, let's get into the Q&A. I'm going to try to break it up as much as I can in different segments. I got a lot of questions about my photography, so I will do that one first. Somebody asked, what is your favorite lens? My favorite lens to shoot with is the one I'm shooting with right now. It is the 50mm 1.2. I use that most frequently like with engagement shoots, with weddings, other just family shoots a lot of times. I also really love this one. This is the 24-105 4.0 one. I use this one a lot for family shoots. Like if I have more than like 3 people in a shoot, especially if there was a kid, I will use this one because 1.2 is great, but then, you know, it's the focal range, all that stuff, and I use this a lot for receptions, for people dancing. I use this a lot for ceremonies. So I'd say these two are most commonly used one. The other one I use a ton is my 100mm, and I use those for like really small details for like weddings, like bouquets and rings and dresses and things like that. Person asked, what's the craziest thing that's happened on a shoot? Nothing really crazy has happened on a shoot. I've had some crazy things happen at a wedding before. I've had some brides have some meltdowns. One bride locked herself up in the bathroom for like an hour. I don't know why. There's been a couple awkward, really awkward speeches, and you know, when it gets really awkward at certain events, you just kind of want to sink into the wall. I've had those happen a lot, but nothing like super insane where I'm like, whoa. But there's always some odd things at a wedding, you know, especially if there's alcohol involved. You're gonna see some crazy things. Question, since we're on the photography thing again, is what inspired you to be a photographer? For this, I honestly don't know. I was just always the girl that took pictures in my youth group, honestly. And then I decided to get a camera for that, and then I decided just taking pictures of nature things in my yard, and then just that inspired into people. So it was a natural progression, I guess. I've always just liked taking photos, I suppose. It's a lame answer, but that's the best one I got. This one, because it's not necessarily photography, but it kind of falls under the realm of how can you get better lighting without buying an expensive lighting set. That's easy. I don't use a lighting set at all. I'd say just film with natural light, but try to control it as much as you can. I know that's weird to say, but it's like right beside me, I have a window right here that's providing a lot of light, and I have a door open there, but I'm controlling the light. The blinds are down right now, and that helps me control it a little bit, but I'm still getting a lot of natural light in. If I were to open this, as you can clearly see, I am very washed out, and as you can see, these books are very blinded with the light, even if I expose my aperture down. So I would say, just try to find yourself natural light, kind of in shade. If you can, like inside with shade, but natural light. You don't need extensive lighting. I am a firm believer in there's good lighting wherever you go, except for like if you're in a dark room, I don't know. Not really good to ask about artificial light because I try to use natural light 90% of the time. Question about photography that I'll answer is, when did you decide you wanted to become a professional photographer? That was when I was 17, a senior in high school. I was just starting to take pictures randomly, and a friend noticed that in high school, and he asked if I could take some pictures at his sister's wedding, which I did, and that is when I knew I wanted to be a professional wedding photographer, is when I took the pictures of that first wedding, because I love weddings, and they're amazing, and it is stressful. I'd say, honestly, wedding photography is probably the most stressful field of photography you're going to get into, because a lot of the other times you can like just reschedule things or kind of go with the weather. With weddings, that's it. Like, that's all you got. And if you have not a happy bride and groom, it's not going to be a good day, and things can go wrong on that wedding day. Things can go quickly. I mean, I come home from a wedding feeling like I got hit by a truck. Like the next day, don't talk to me. I can't move my feet because I'm so tired because I've been on my feet for like 15 hours straight. So I love wedding photography, I do, but it is very stressful. But yeah, when I was 17, I knew I wanted to be a professional wedding photographer, and I love what I do. Reading questions, we'll go into those. What is my favorite thing about reading? Just being able to escape to a different world, honestly, being put into somebody's different perspective and their shoes. What book that hasn't been released on the year do you want the most? No Sarah J. Maas. That's because that's the most obvious answer. That's a good one. I would say Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I'm really excited for that one. Once and For All by Sarah Destin, which is coming out in June. I don't know much books after July because I kind of tend to focus like 3 months in advance, you know, so July's kind of at where I'm at right now. I am really interested in One Dark Throne by Kendara Blake, which comes out in September, which is the second and last book in the Three Dark Crowns duology. I'm really excited for that one, but I can't think of anything else that comes out like in the fall right now. I should probably do some research on that. Here's a good one. What is one series slash book that you most regret not reading? Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I know I still have time to read it, I get it, but I feel like my time has kind of come and gone with this series. I've said that a ton. It's a middle grade series. I think a lot of people also, when they're a little bit older and they have read Harry Potter, they're kind of, you know, like feel like their time has come and gone with it, but I don't think there's never a wrong time to read a book, but I understand how they feel because I'm the same exact way with Percy Jackson. It's like I want to get into it, but I'm like, I feel like my time has kind of come and gone where I was to get into it, so I'm kind of saving that for when my son gets old enough and maybe he'll read them and then I can be involved with that. So yeah, I'd say that's the one series I think I regret the most not reading. Best books to get you out of a reading slump. Personally for me, it's contemporary books. I save contemporary books on my TBR shelf for when I get in a slump. Like, I save them so much now that I have more contemporary books on my shelf than I have fantasy and other books. So I probably need to read a few right now, honestly, because I think I just stockpile them and like, save this for a rainy day. And I mean, I've got a lot, so I need to get to it. Just a sure, rapid-fire way for me to get out of a slump is contemporary, but that's just me. What did you study in college? I never graduated college. I did a couple years, and I did study photography, honestly. And how do you balance your career as a photographer and a booktuber? That's a great question because it's hard and easy all at the same time with balancing those two, because consider both photography and booktube a hobby as well as careers. Both I love to do, but both I'm very grateful that I get money to do them. I'm like my job slash hobbies. How do I balance them? Always, every single year from December to around April, there is barely any photography work because it gets cold where I live and the sun's harsh and it's just wants to take pictures outside. Like I get some Christmas sessions, but after that, it's pretty much dry until April. It's that way for this year as well. I started getting insanely busy in April, and how do I balance for like weddings in particular? I try to pre-film a couple weeks in advance before the wedding and have them already scheduled that way, because it takes me like a week to edit after a wedding and get everything set. So I try to have that, like my booktube channel, already all set for the week, for a couple weeks when I'm doing the wedding, if that makes sense. As well as for shoots, they don't take me too long to edit, so I kind of just, I don't know, you know, I think like on the weekends I reserve a lot for photography work, and on the week it's like more booktube work, I guess, if that's the best way to do it. It's a hard balance. I don't even know how I balance it, if I'm honest with you. Right now it's easy because I haven't had any photo work in last couple weeks. Next month I have a wedding and like 4 shoots, so we'll have to see how it goes. Hardcover, paperback, or ebooks? That's a hard one. I like hardcover, but I always take the dust jacket off. But I do like paper books because of the floppiness factor. It's very easy to open and they're lighter than hardbacks. But if we're talking about visually, I love hardbacks. Visually, hardbacks are beautifully. Ebooks are my least favorite right now, but ask me when I have a kid again, I'll probably be ebooks. What color are you most drawn to on a book cover? Yellow. If you can't already tell, I love yellow. Like this, I love yellow. Yellow will get my interest because it's so bright, so sunny, so pretty. I will be like zeroed in and focused on that thing. As well as just any like neon colors. Like if it's got like a teal or a neon green, I am just, yes, give me all of those. In the Twilight series, what team were you on? 100% Edward. I never swayed once, never thought about swaying once. How many other hobbies besides photography and reading? Not really. I don't have a lot of time for anything else, honestly. Binge watching shows. That's a great hobby of mine, or watching movies. I don't watch nearly as much movies as I want to, but I enjoy it. I guess that's it. Walking? I don't know. I like this question a lot. What little things make you happy in life? There are so many little things that make me happy, as well as I think a lot of other people. Good weather. Like if it's a nice, beautiful, sunny, breezy day, I am immediately in a good mood. If the weather's nice, I am happy. Other little things. A clean house. That's weird, but if it's like clean and like neat and structured and like organized and everything, I am happy. Little things. My son's smile makes me insanely happy. I'm sure any mom can attest to that. Their kid smiles, it's like your insides melt to a puddle. Beautiful colors make me happy. Just seeing other people in love make me happy. Like I love wedding photography because I love seeing other people in love. Like daddy-daughter dances, oh, get me every time. There's just a lot of things in life that make me happy, honestly. A lot of nature things make me happy. What books do you read for comfort? Again, 100% contemporary. Those like comfort food, contemporaries are like my comfort book, 100%. Are your top 3 favorite makeup products? That's a good question. Number 1, my new lip color that I'm obsessed with, ironically, that I'm not wearing right now. It's the Bombs. It's like a really beautiful matte red, and it's in Devotion, I think. I'll link it down below. And my foundation, it's the Clinique Even Better foundation. I love that foundation. It's like light. It's like full coverage, but light. It doesn't feel like really cakey on your skin, as well as, what's the other thing I really do? Oh, my liquid eyeliner. It's the Stila's Cat Liner, I think, the liquid eyeliner. I don't know, but I really enjoy that as well. I like this question a lot. This is from my friend Kayla. Here, it's a Mary Kiss Cliff thing. It's Joel from Parenthood, Jack from This Is Us, and Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights. Immediately marry Jack from This Is Us because that's the best option. I would kiss Joel from Parenthood, and I would have to Cliff Taylor from Friday Night Lights. I like Friday Night Lights, but nowhere is near as much as I like Parenthood and This Is Us. So that's a great question. Thank you for that. What is your favorite album at the moment? Oh gosh, I don't know. I listen to music, but I very much don't listen to a lot of new music, as well as that sounds. I listen to like my favorites, and that's what I stick to. I can't think of a single album that I've been like obsessed with, because I have a lot of playlists on Spotify, and I have Sirius XM on my car, so it's kind of, that's a good question. I feel so stupid for, I'll give you some of my favorite bands. My favorite band's May. I love Jimmy Eat World. I love Death Cab for Cutie. Dashboard Confessional. Those are all amazing bands. Those just give me my style of music that I like. I also love Sarah Bareilles and like Colby Calais and John Mayer, those type of music as well. And when you're not sure what to read next, where do you find inspiration what to read? I'm not sure, because a lot of times I'll go with new releases for the month. I'll just go straight up to my TBR shelf and I'll just look at whatever piques my interest, honestly. My friend Trina asked, how did your husband propose? Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. He just made me a nice romantic meal, and he had like a slideshow of pictures of us playing and some of our favorite songs playing in the background. And after dinner, he got down on one knee and asked me to marry him. It's very simple, but that's how we are. We're a very simplistic couple, and I really enjoy that about us. And the proposal is very, very sweet, and I love it dearly. What is your favorite Hunger Games book/movie? Both catching fire. Favorite book, favorite movie. How do you schedule and filming and editing with a little one, and reading and general housework? Filming and editing, I save solely for when he's napping. He's up and I have to clean. I will just clean while he's up. I'll just have him either help me or he's playing or something like that. Reading, I usually read if I don't have too much YouTube work that day or photography work. I will read while he naps, or 90% of the time I read after he goes to bed at night. This will be the last question I wrap up with. When you're trying to convince someone to watch Gilmore Girls, what do you tell them to make them watch? What a great question. If I was trying to pitch Gilmore Girls for someone to watch, I would say it's an amazing show about a mother and daughter who are best friends, and you have this insanely quirky cast of characters in this small town that you're going to want to move to immediately and never leave. And it's also a family drama with family dynamics that are amazing. Also, it follows, you know, a young girl trying to figure out who she is and what she wants for life while going to school, and you're also following a young mom who's also still trying to figure out what she wants from life and still what she wants to do, and navigating her love life as well. It's a hilarious show that is comedy, drama, a family drama, and it's just overall amazing. I think that would be my pitch. If I did, great. Awesome. If I didn't, let me know. If I convinced you to watch Gilmore Girls from that, let me know. I also would say, do not judge the show on like the first 4 episodes. At least give the show 4 episodes to get into, and after those first 4 or 5, then you can decide if you want to go on with it or not, because season 1's not my favorite. Season 2 is where it really starts to shine. So that was my Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody who asked me questions on Instagram. It meant so much to me that you did that. And if you have any other questions for a future Q&A, leave them down below. I will answer them in a future Q&A video, like I just said. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.